Humans thought they were in control. They thought these animals were predictable. A backyard fox, a wild dog, a massive elephant, a tiger, even a polar bear. Each encounter started ordinary and ended in chaos. In a split second, trust shattered, instincts ignited, and survival became uncertain. What you're about to see is raw, unfiltered danger. Every moment could have been their last. Tiger enclosure, Vicenta Pages. It was a packed afternoon under the bright circus lights. The audience leaned forward, captivated, as tiger trainer Vicenta Pages stepped into the ring. She had grown up around big cats her entire life. Her family was known for working with these predators. To her, the striped giants were partners, predictable, disciplined, and under control. But control is only an illusion. One wrong movement, one lapse, and instincts take over. Vicenta raised her hand, signaling a routine command. For a moment, the tiger responded. Then in a heartbeat, the mood shifted. Muscles tensed, ears pinned back, eyes locked on her. Without warning, the tiger lunged. A massive paw swiped the air, and Vicenta's body jolted back as the predator closed the distance. The audience screamed. Trainers rushed with poles and barriers, forcing the animal away, buying her seconds to escape. Vicenta survived that day, shaken but alive. The footage remains a chilling reminder of what happens when the line between trust and instinct snaps. And just when you think a tiger attack is as close as it gets, nature's next predator doesn't lurk behind fences. It hunts in silence in places where humans are certain they are safe. If your heart is pounding, don't look away. Like and subscribe, because the next encounter will haunt you long after you've closed your eyes. Polar bear. Leila Rodriguez. Leila Rodriguez and Ethan Cruz stepped onto Wide Island in Svalbard, Norway, seeking the perfect wildlife shots. The Arctic sun glinted off the ice as seals lounged nearby. They moved ahead of the group, oblivious to the predator watching them from a distance. A polar bear appeared, massive, silent, and unnervingly deliberate. 30 feet away, it sized them up. Leila froze, but instinct won. She ran. The bear lunged, paws thundering against the ice, catching her with brutal precision. Ethan chased after her, but he could only watch as the bear's jaws clamped onto her head. Tourists threw bottles, shouted and waved arms. Everything failed. Only a gunshot from a guide, a carefully aimed shoulder hit, finally staggered the predator. Leila survived, battered and bleeding, with scars both physical and psychological. And the story doesn't stop there. Across the globe, in a bustling zoo in Delhi, another encounter would shock everyone who believed they understood the dangers of captivity. Delhi Zoo, Maqsood Khan. It was a Tuesday afternoon at Delhi Zoo. Maqsood Khan, a 20-year-old man already showing signs of mental instability, purchased a ticket. Inside, Vijay, the massive white tiger, paced near his enclosure, his pale coat rippling with every step, unaware that danger was approaching. Security cameras later captured Maqsood climbing over the low outer barrier and stumbling down into the enclosure. The protective fences and warning signs were meant to keep visitors safe, but he ignored them all. Visitors screamed as he stood just feet from the predator, frozen in shock. The tiger's ears flattened, body lowered, tail flicking in hunting rhythm. Vijay exploded forward, striking Maqsood with enough force to crush bone. His powerful jaws locked around Khan's neck, severing cervical vertebrae almost instantly. Claw swipes tore through flesh as horrified onlookers begged zookeepers to intervene. But no one could act until authorities finally drove the tiger away. Maqsood Khan died inside the enclosure, his body lying motionless in the dirt. Vijay, the white tiger, remained unharmed, but forever marked by the reckless intrusion. In the icy vastness of Alaska, a photographer would learn that lesson the hardest way. Denali National Park. Richard White. In Alaska, photographer Richard White set up his camp, seeking the perfect shot of the tundra's creatures. He spotted a massive grizzly plucking berries 60 feet away. Every movement was calculated, peaceful, until a single misstep broke the silence. A crinkle of a wrapper underfoot startled the bear, its massive head lifted, black eyes locked on Richard. 30 feet became 10, and 10 became 5. The bear charged, 600 pounds of muscle slamming into him. Scratches tore through jacket and skin. Powerful jaws clamped onto his neck. Richard's life ended in an instant, the bear dragging his body through the undergrowth. Rangers later shot the predator after tracking the kill, but the footage, the abandoned camera, and the trail left behind told a chilling story. Experience and caution sometimes aren't enough. And just when you think predators only strike one-on-one, the next encounter shows what happens when dozens of humans face the raw power of an animal that doesn't need reason. If your heart is racing and your palms are sweaty, don't forget to like and subscribe, because the next encounters make these incidents look tame in comparison. Elephant attack, safari tourists. On the African savannah, tourists lined up for photos. A massive bull elephant appeared in the distance, flaring its ears wide, nostrils flaring, and eyes locking on their vehicle. The ground trembled as it advanced. Seconds later, the elephant rammed the car, lifting it slightly with its tusks. Tires spun, metal groaned, passengers screamed. The beast slammed the vehicle again and again, forcing everyone to cling for dear life. A single wrong movement could have overturned the car completely. Quick thinking by the driver, combined with sheer luck, managed to evade total disaster. Still, the tourists would never forget the terror, the raw power of a 12,000-pound creature capable of destruction in seconds. From towering elephants to lightning-fast leopards, danger doesn't announce itself. It waits, strikes, and leaves chaos behind. Leopard ambush. Ranger Alexander and brave grandmother Ranger Alexander Ronno reached into the cage to coax a leopard out for a routine check. Suddenly, the predator lunged. Sharp claws ripped the uniform, and teeth sank into exposed flesh. For several seconds, Alexander fought desperately, keeping the animal at bay with every ounce of strength. Nearby, a grandmother faced her own nightmare. Sitting quietly in her garden, she barely noticed the leopard stalking her. In a split second, it struck. Calm, composed, she grabbed her cane and fought back with precision. The leopard was forced to retreat, leaving her shaken but alive. A rare combination of courage and instinct winning the day. But some attacks are almost impossible to defend against. Wild pig attack. Shopkeeper. A wild pig barreled into a small corner shop, tusks gleaming, eyes wild. The shopkeeper dodged and stumbled to the floor as the pig charged repeatedly. Friends joined in, wielding sticks, striking, dodging, and coordinating, until finally the creature was driven off. Every second counted. From unpredictable pigs to massive gorillas, the line between curiosity and catastrophe is thin. Gorilla enclosure. Toddler rescue. At a city zoo, a toddler slipped through the bars, dropping directly into the reach of a 400-pound gorilla. The creature loomed, towering over the child, muscles rippling beneath dark fur. For 10 tense minutes, the gorilla swirled the toddler, holding him just out of reach of immediate danger. Zoo authorities acted quickly, sedating and ultimately neutralizing the gorilla to save the child. Every movement, every decision was a matter of life or death, and that is where the story ends. For now. So, which encounter shocked you the most? Which moment made your heart stop for just a second too long? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.